Salutations everybody, it is Matty here today with my review for SUPERHOT. SUPERHOT. This is a game I had never heard of until 24 hours ago. It is one of those games that I'm proud to have picked up and played because I know despite the solid reviews and the press it's receiving that this game will remain a hidden gem for quite a while. SUPERHOT is a first-person shooter, except it has one of the most innovative twists the genre has seen in a long while. Time only moves when you take action. This mixes the intensity of a standard FPS alongside somewhat of a strategy game as you inch your way around bullets, find cover, and string together cool combos. When you're immersed in this step-by-step gameplay, the replays at the end feel incredibly rewarding as you fly through levels of doing cool stuff that you didn't really notice because you were locked into planning out your next move. It sounds simple as hell on paper, but in practice it is just the right mechanic to separate this little gem from an oversaturated market. The concept itself is easy to understand but difficult to master. Soon you'll find yourself shooting one enemy, throwing your gun at a bullet coming at you from another angle, punch the gun out of the enemy who is about to shoot you, take his gun, shoot him, shoot his friend, and so on. You never know exactly how each level is going to play out, and each area is crafted in a unique way that makes it look like a generic level until the credits roll, and then you realize that there's a much deeper meaning behind everything in this game. While the gameplay is the main reason you'll be coming back to SUPERHOT, the story is another hook and a surprising one at that. SUPERHOT is essentially a hack that's become a worldwide phenomenon and everyone is playing it. You play as obviously yourself and are trying to figure out why people are just so hooked to this. The story is full of twists and is told in one of the most interesting ways I could have ever imagined. It's told in an old school way because there's a lot of text at times, but also modernized as there is environmental storytelling alongside player discovery. It really plays with your head, and I was stuck thinking about this game long after the credits rolled. I'd say more on SUPERHOT's story, but honestly it's best if you just go in blind knowing you're going to experience something awesome. With that said, there are a decent amount of flaws in SUPERHOT and noteworthy ones at that. Starting off, where is the crouch button, okay? There are so many times I could have stayed alive in this game and not had to restart my level if I was able to crouch. It would have been a simple mechanic to implement and added a new layer to the gameplay, especially when jumping can be really useful in the game. It's really puzzling to me that a crouch feature is basically missing. And the next one is a bit of a nitpick that there really isn't any music in this game. It's strange because it can be so eerie and creepy at times that I feel like music would just enhance that moment and the overall great atmosphere this game brings, but a lot of the times you're just shooting in complete silence. Now, while this last complaint is up to my personal preference, this one I feel is something a lot of you guys will be on board with. The story is only 2 hours long, okay, and there really isn't much to do after that. Actually, to be honest, I could say it'd be around like an hour and a half because I stopped to text friends back at one point and get a drink, etc. But this wouldn't be too bad if the price tag sat around a $5 to $10 range, right? But instead is being sold for $22, at least in the United States. Obviously, this value will depend on your location, but regardless, this is a ludicrous price for a 2-hour story. If people are complaining about dropping $20 on Firewatch, which is about a 5 to 6 hour experience, and a lot of people are saying it's great, then I can't really see many people picking up this game for the content it offers at its price. I know that single player games are expensive with stories, and I know that first person shooters are expensive, but when you beat the game you do unlock an endless mode and a challenge mode. It's just not going to keep you coming back though. I see SUPERHOT finding its place in a lot of Steam libraries during its sale, or when it's eventually on consoles at some point. It's going to be one of those free games that you get with either PS Plus or Xbox Live Gold, and I feel like it'll find its place there as well. Here is the thing though, I don't regret spending that money. Innovation is hard to come by these days, especially in gaming, and I know that giant open world games are the norm now, but this indie game just felt refreshing to me. Finally, something a bit different with a story unlike anything I have ever seen before. Did it only take me 2 hours to blitz through? Sure, okay, but I enjoyed the hell out of those 2 hours and plan on coming back for more for those challenges. As a gamer, it's one of those experiences that I recommend you have to add to your repertoire, but as a reviewer, I just have trouble wholeheartedly recommending this game unless you have the cash lying around somewhere. Spend your money wisely, people, okay? But do know that if you decide to go with this game, you'll be in for a fantastic experience. Anyway, this has been my review for SUPERHOT, a wonderful game, but it comes at quite a high price, so buy at your own risk. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you're thinking on SUPERHOT in the comments down below. Be sure to follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, the links are in the description. Check out sugarbomb.com, the place for all the gamers. Stay sexy, stay active. I love you all. Peace.